Well, we've seen different sizes and types of organizations build, or kind of concentrate on applications either for their customers or their employees. And it also has to do with a timeline as well. I mean, when mobile apps were first coming of age in 2007, 2008, you saw a lot of hang out your shingle type applications. Just someone wanted a mobile app to say that they had it and that you could get their phone number and, maybe some information about them, but there wasn't a whole lot of interaction going on or data updates or anything. And now, on the consumer side, you're seeing, if your app is just an island and doesn't really do anything, it's pretty boring, that most of them need to talk to the companies and do something exciting. For example, if I was going to do something for a pizza shop, a few years ago it might have been fine to have an app that had their phone number on it and you click it and it would dial, and maybe it had their menu embedded in it and you could scroll through it, and maybe a few other simple functions. But nowadays people would expect in a mobile application, I want to be able to order entirely from my phone, preferably with up-to-date inventory. Let me know if you're out of olives today. Let me know if there's any specials going on. Have those constantly updating so that I'm being given incentive to use the app. Tell me where my pizza is in the process. Tell me, is it done being cooked? Is it on its way out for delivery? And maybe even integrate mobile payment options so that I don't have to dig out my credit card in order to pay for the pizza. People's expectations have kind of grown in that area. So when they are doing a consumer application, there's a lot more to them these days. And that, the level of functionality I was just describing, especially when you're talking about the integration with back-end systems in order to make it work, that's a legitimate development project as opposed to, something where you're pressing it and it's making noise, or a soundboard, or the simpler consumer apps we saw a few years ago. On the employee side, where are people, are they doing more of them, or are they getting more value out of them? I'd say yes to both of those. That now that it's becoming less expensive and the consumer technology has pushed its way into companies, and it's become realistic in order to put tablets or smartphones into the hands of all your people that are in the field, and for not much more money than you were paying for your cell phone bill already, that it's become a good idea in order to enable those phones with applications that can communicate back with headquarters, constantly be getting updates, take some human interaction out of the equation, take advantage of capabilities like location, the ability to take pictures, the ability to scan barcodes, and just virtual reality or augmented reality, being able to hold up the phone and see things in front of you. All the geolocation services, just taking advantage of these and making people's jobs easier to do, less paperwork, less error prone, and just simpler. There is a little bit of Big Brother that comes into it too. With location-based services comes inevitably location-based tracking. Some people may feel good or not so good about this, but the companies generally think it's a boon because they can know where folks are, what they're doing, and how long it's taking them to do jobs. So can drive some efficiencies there as well. So I think while we've obviously seen from a numbers perspective a ton of consumer applications, I think we're going to see higher complexity from them from here on in, and greater expectations of consumers. And I think you're going to see more and more companies putting applications into the hands of their employees in order to help them be more efficient.